Look, it just seems like the more that you radiate, the more that people want to take your energy. It just means you have something that is so magnetic, that has people attracted to you, and they're so curious about you. And we don't recognize that. People will steal our energy just by taking the time to figure out what it is about us that is so interesting. There are also people around the world who just want to mimic what you do. So what do you do when you want to mimic somebody? You will observe, you will want to spend time around them, you will want to try to understand them, and it's a very dangerous thing sometimes. So I'm going to teach you how to protect your energy. I want to teach you to look out for the signs of people that are energy takers. They wear masks. People have different intentions that they're not even completely aware of, but that's not our problem. So this is the work for you. This is the job that you need to take to always protect yourself. If you are the light in the room, you seem to notice that the people gravitate to you, that there is something beautiful about you, but you always feel the need to have to retreat, to protect the energy, to protect what you have to put out. And people are just drawn like a magnet to beautiful energy. And for a lot of us, we don't realize that we're taking from people. So this goes on both ends. When we all care about each other in that sense, to protect each other's energies, to make sure that we are all full, it's going to be a better, more balanced world. So there are times where you want to hang out with somebody, or you come across people and you realize that 5 minutes in or 45 minutes in, you actually feel depleted. You feel that energy is sucked out of you. You don't come out feeling refreshed. And that is definitely the sign that you are around an energy taker. You should always thrive to be around people that make you feel like you could do more afterwards, that make you feel abundant, that make you feel energized and motivated. The common denominator for an energy taker is that you dread going back around that person, or you always have to prepare to take care of yourself a little bit after you are around that person. And what I mean by that is, if you have to rejuvenate, if you feel like you need alone time, you need to fill back your battery, that's when you know you're around an energy taker. When it's mutual, you feel motivated afterwards, you are already making next plans with that person, you are inspired, and you are motivated by that person that you were just with. Those are energy givers. Another way to notice if you're around an energy taker is if you were the only one that is contributing positively to a conversation. If you are the only one that is giving the effort in a conversation, if you feel like you're carrying the conversation, if you're carrying the workload, if you are carrying the task, whatever it is, that you are exerting more energy than the person is taking in, because people are so aware that they are not contributing, that they're not putting in the work, that it is not an equal effort. You have to carry the conversation constantly. When you already go into an interaction knowing that you are going to give more, build up more energy for that interaction ahead of time, knowing that that's going to happen, that is an energy taker. Energy takers don't realize that sometimes they use people for comfort, and it is something that people are sometimes never aware of, and it's not an easy thing to hear, but it is something that can teach somebody to have more quality relationships on some occasion. It's not your responsibility to fix somebody who cannot learn or unlearn that they are doing something that is taking away from another person. You only have to tell a person once. Emotional awareness is key to protecting your energy. And if the other people don't have that level of emotional awareness, it's not your responsibility. I know that's really hard to hear sometimes, but it's true. Another way to protect your energy is to know when you have become the wise advice giver. And it's the same thing. It's when people are aware that you are contributing way more to the conversation or the effort. Of course, we seek our friends for wise thoughts, for input, for motivation, for opinion. But when you are constantly the more wiser, mature, emotionally understanding one, it is an issue. And you also deserve to have people in your life who can balance and give that back to you. Finding friends that have the same value and emotional awareness as you, or somewhat equal, is so important, and you deserve friends like that. Of course, it's so hard to grow and to see the people that you once shared a lot of emotions, a lot of feelings get left behind. but sometimes it's necessary for them to grow and to catch up. You don't have to cut people off. You just have to protect your time, which is your energy. You just have to protect the time that you spend. Emotionally aware people have always been teachers at heart, at the soul. But sometimes we want to be taught to. Sometimes we want to be cared for. Sometimes we want an ear. Sometimes we want advice. And we all deserve to have people like us even in our lives. And sometimes the wisdom that we speak creates people like that in our lives, and sometimes it doesn't. But we always have to do what's best for us, because guess what? The energy that we carry is so precious. It is once in a lifetime. It is beautiful. If you could close your eyes, what color would your energy be? I always think of my color as purple, as a dark amethyst purple, and sometimes as a light purple, like a light radiant lavender. I want to protect that beautiful aura. I want to protect that color. I don't want to dim that color. I don't want that color to change. I don't want other people's negativity and life to come into my beautiful aura. It's precious for a reason. It was given to me for a reason, and it's my job to protect it. It's the one thing that I have here on earth and that I will take with me when I leave earth. So why wouldn't I want to protect it with all my being? Protecting yourself also means setting time aside to become more aware, to engage with yourself, to make sure that you're prioritizing yourself and that you are checking in and you're making sure that everything is good. Being truthful and honest with yourself isn't always the easiest thing to do. I'll be honest, this is the first time that I've set time aside in my recent life to make sure that I'm fulfilling everything that feels good to my heart. I am fulfilling everything that my female creativity is desiring. And sometimes we need a break. Sometimes we go through a period of not understanding what happened, or not being able to comprehend that we've taken a hiatus from ourselves and the necessary things that we need to make sure that we're protecting and that we're doing things that allow us to radiate who we really are. But if you are aware for even 1 second to enhance yourself, to enhance your radiance, to protect that energy, and protecting it doesn't just mean from your exterior, it means protecting it internally too. So that is the most important thing, is when it starts from within, it is clear and it is very vivid what needs to happen on the outside. You cannot comprehend or see or understand what other people are doing or be able to take the necessary actions that is needed to make sure that you protect your external energy if you cannot figure out and decide and take time for yourself to make sure that you are growing and protecting the energy that is within. Establishing the energy that is within is what makes it radiate, period. It's not just putting up the barriers, the necessary protection. It's not just being able to see what other people cannot see. That's something that grows within. It is like a beautiful root that is growing within me, and the branches are just starting to come out. And those branches are what people see, and they think it's beautiful, and they want to look at them, they want to play with them, they want to touch them, they want to see how bright they are. But it's that internally that says, okay, you can't touch my branches, or you need to back off, or yes, you can touch my branches, but be careful. Remember, you are the rarity. Everyone wants to see it. Everyone wants to touch it. Everyone wants to observe it. Everyone wants to go just a little bit deeper. But that's your decision. It is also the work that comes with this that will help you decipher whether people are trying to use you or they're trying to create relationships with you. It is also your job to know and to notice when there are people who genuinely want to create relationships with you. It is a different feeling. There is a different sense. Being too weary of people is the counterproductive, the opposite of what this energy is trying to help you do. This energy is actually like a pair of glasses. It is meant to help you see better. It is meant to give you the tools to see people and things for what they really are, to appreciate and to enjoy moments much deeper, on a deeper scale. So protecting your energy takes a lot of self-awareness. It takes a lot of self-reflection. Us women, we love, and it is in our nature to see the good in people always. So we don't want to put up a heavy wall if it is unnecessary. Creating such hard boundaries now creates a more difficult future for transitions. What I mean by that is if you learn now to understand and associate yourself with the beautiful radiant energy that you've been given, it will be much easier for you down the line as you grow older, as you grow into your womanhood, as you change phases in your life as a woman. This will make it much easier for you to not have such challenging, hard times when it comes to relationships, when it comes to deciphering what's good and what's bad. I want to read something that I wrote down specifically for this. Reacting and realizing in a calm state can allow you to delicately but appropriately start creating distance and allowing yourself to be more picky about your interactions. Next, I want to go into the many forms of taking your energy. Sometimes we don't realize because of social norms, but one of the biggest ones that takes your energy away is gossip. Gossip is karma. Gossip, talking about other people and speaking ill about them, is karma. It is really bad and heavy on your energy field. It is not good. It taints the color. It taints you. It taints the way that you radiate. Gossiping is such an energy killer. It never feels good to talk about somebody else after you're done speaking. It never feels good to talk about somebody else after you're done. You feel regret. That's just one specific act that really taints the energy that you hold. What you're actually doing is speaking ill on somebody else's energy. Bodies are just vessels. The energy is what's really who we are. And when you don't gossip, there is a lot of social pressure against it. There is a lot of awkwardness. You don't feel like you're contributing to the conversation when you don't necessarily have to. We just went over that. There are a lot of changes to people's character when you don't involve yourself in a negative act like that. So let me just say this. There is no shame in wanting to grow. Growing is awkward. We all remember it when we were teenagers. Growing is awkward. It is also very awkward to understand that the only way that you can be entertained or be around certain people is to talk negatively about other people. It really puts it in perspective. What kind of value do you bring? What kind of value is the table that you're sitting at? You really want to associate with the value of that seat? You really want to associate yourself to the value of that table? All the money in the world doesn't buy integrity. All the money in the world cannot buy an aura that makes people gravitate to you. There's no money in the world that can make people run to you the way that people run to you in a room, that want to know who you are, that see you from across the room, that just see you flowing through the room, through time and space. You are a magnet and you don't deserve to be at that table. Having beautiful, attractive energy is something you should never be afraid of. It is your essence. It is your duty to radiate. If you are here on this earth, you have a purpose. And your purpose will make your energy shine much brighter. Whenever you do something that you love, don't you see how people interact with you? How amazed and amused people are when you do something that you absolutely love? People are in awe. They even vocally will say, you must love that. You are great at that. It seems like you have a passion for that. It's because you're glowing. You're glowing and you don't even realize it. I want to leave you with one last thing that I wrote. Be open to everyone. Give people the chance to interact with you and interact with them. But this lesson is to help you create better judgment of yourself to protect not only your energy, but your time. Your energy and your time are precious. Stop letting those beautiful things go to waste. I want to see you tap into that beautiful energy that you carry and figure out what's best for you. I want you to take a good hard look at the things that you do, the interactions that you have, the activities that you participate in, and see if it serves you well. If you know your purpose, or you have a feeling, an intuition about your purpose, ask yourself if the things that you're doing in your life serve that purpose, because that purpose is what's going to make your energy absolutely radiate. I really enjoy talking with you guys. I hope this brought you some sort of motivation and joy, and I cannot wait to see you next time. Have a great day.